Wildlife episode 2 was, honestly, I liked it better than episode 1. It was more entertaining, and the wild card, which we'll get into in a minute, was kind of crazy. But that's for later. Now let's just get right into the recap of episode 2. So we start off. This is Ren's POV, by the way. They're all intruding on Skiz's intro, and this is when everyone finds out about the wild card. So as you might look at his hunger, he has hunger 3, and not only do you have hunger 3, but you can eat literally anything, and out of all foods and potions in the game, they've all been randomized, and usually normal food doesn't do anything for stuff that's usually food. So right away people were finding things to eat, and people found that so Lizzie found that stone shovels was very good, but besides near the beginning, no one besides Lizzie, Jimmy, and Scar really ate them because of the lack of stackability, is what Joel said. But anyway, Skiz is flying, so dirt made you levitate, and there's some kind of I think grass made the Ender Dragon sound or something, but there were a bunch of other things, there were flowers gave potion effects, and they were good effects, but sometimes they give you really fast levitation where you go up really fast, but the main food that people found was amethyst and deep slate. People found to be good at first, but what happened is that the food would randomly change throughout the session, which resulted in many deaths. Now, before I get into all the deaths in this session, I just want to go over all the teaming. So it's the same as last session, and I might just spoil the death by what's going on. I'll talk about that in a minute, but it's all the same teams except there might be a potential team up with Big B and Cleo, and Cleo's team with Pearl, Scott, and Pulse Cleo. Anyway, so the first death was Mumbo. Then went Ren and Skiz from starving because they couldn't find things to eat. You can see Ren eating a diamond here. That didn't work out too well. But so they anyway, and then Pearl died to a skeleton and ate her diamond sword at the same time, because when she was trying to block the skeleton, she ate the diamond sword, and that didn't end up too well. Anyway, some of the other deaths, which I don't remember the exact order that happened, but I have the order on my channel if you want to go watch that video. But there were deaths for there were a lot of deaths. Jimmy just randomly blew up to a creeper. I haven't watched his perspective yet, but I'll have to watch it to see what happened. And I know there was when the food randomly changed, Pearl may have unintentionally killed Martin, which results in Pearl and Impulse at the end of the episode secretly devising a plan to get people killed, with it technically not being their fault, which is evil, but I mean, very smart, honestly. Anyway, there were also deaths. There's another death for Skiz, because he starved. Another death for Mumbo, because he fell from a high place when they were levitating up the mountain. which also resulted in them and his team naming themselves the Floaters for a little bit, which was kind of weird, but so now you're watching footage from Green, but anyway, so there were many bases built, which I'll go over in a second. First, I just want to state the other few deaths. So Cleo did die to a skeleton, meaning that she's on 5 lives. Mumbo, actually I already went over Mumbo's death, but Skiz was floating up, and then he was falling into the water, and Tango placed a block on his water, killing him, and then he got karma by getting blown up by a creeper, so, you know. Anyway, so the bases built this session. Well, first of all, Grian, Mumbo, and Skiz built 3 bridges, which they're gonna build stuff. They're building the bridges before they even build the stuff that the bridges are connecting. Anyway, Joel built a car, Jem built a barn, and it's kind of hard to explain what Ren and Martin built, but they kind of built this very flammable upside down or like this house thing that's suspended on a big pillar or something. I don't know. I've only seen it from the thumbnail. Anyway, though, but we also have those are the only bases, or those aren't. I think those are the only bases I know of that happened in this session so far. Cause Big B's base was last session, which sorry I forgot to go over that. Sorry, in the last video I forgot to go over the bases that people built, which there weren't many, but like Big B built one. So anyway, I think Etho, B-Dubs, and Tango might have worked on their base, but I haven't really watched their videos yet though, so you know. Anyway, as you can see here, their name is now the Spanners. This team with Skizmumbo and Gran. And yeah, well, that's all for this recap, but I hope that you guys join in next week for next week's recap. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye!